Hello everyone, I'm Jimmy Borges, your host with Heart and Soul PR. Thank you for watching. Today's episode, wanted to give you a little tour of our property that we spoke about in earlier videos and on why we decided to retire here in Puerto Rico and the process we took on finding a home. But here it is. So I wanted to walk the property. It's not easy, it's hilly here, but it was a beautiful morning, and I really wanted to get out here, take some videos and show you guys a little bit about the property. So continue watching. Thank you. Beautiful morning. It's about 8:30 Wednesday morning. My earlier videos talked about how we got here, how we found our house, why we moved. With this video, I just want to show you the property that we bought and all the work that we've been doing over the past 2 years. So it's mostly large lots in this neighborhood. I have approximately 16 acres. My neighbor has 12. And then further up the road, the acreage for some of the properties are a lot larger. But all this land here at one time belonged to my neighbor's father, over 100 acres. And over the years, he, parceled it off and sold it off. But most of this land here was coffee, plantains, bananas, and orange. So when this property became available, when we came out, we fell in love more with the scenery and the view than the house itself. But I just wanted to do a quick tour of the property and talk about some of the projects that we're doing. Over here we're building a covered patio, and it's going to take a minute. We're doing one project at a time, but right now it's staging for all the material for the cement work. In the back, can't see it from here, but on the top of that hill is the original home to this property. It was a wooden structure, had sustained some damage from the hurricanes, but 24 years ago, the gentleman that we bought this property from, he built this house, this orange house. It was yellow when we bought it and just had it repainted. So over here, you see my little finger there, this little dirt slope goes up to the maybe another 100 feet to where the original house is. So our plan is to build a retaining wall to the right here and to the left, and some kind of stairway. We don't know what material we're going to use. Some kind of stairway that can take us up to the upper level of the property. I'm going to show you that property, show you that area in a second. And then we plan on building a one-bedroom house there, just a smaller home that we can use for guests or visitors when they come. Over here on this hill, I'm widening it, so I'm actually get out of the sun. This is one of 3 entrances to the property, but over here I'm widening it, so I'm cutting out some of the hill to widen this area here by 3 feet, because my plan is I have a cistern that I put inside this opening, this carport, and I want to remove that and put it out here in the back. And then in front of that, I'm going to be building a shed. I bought one of these poly sheds so I can store all the gardening and lawn equipment in the shed and get it out of the garage. And then once I remove the cistern, I'm going to enclose. I'm going to brick, or not brick, but block off this opening and enclose that room. And that's actually where we have our washing machine. So I'm going to make it an enclosed laundry room. But like I said, the views here in this part of the country are incredible. We have probably about 300 banana trees. This tree right here is a guanabana tree. Some countries they call it soursop. The juice is fantastic, and I think they're starting to ripen. Not yet, but when they get bigger, you got to keep checking them because they'll fall and then rot on the ground. And we have about 50 of those trees, and we're at probably about, in the distance there you can see the waterline of the ocean in the horizon, and we're approximately 1,300 feet above sea level here. So here's more of the soursop. Now that's a big one. So let me stand on this wall. That one should be almost ready. It's gonna drop. I probably can pick it and just have it ripen. Put it on the table outside and have it ripen. But we have several of those trees. This is orange. This is avocado, and the avocados are huge on this tree here. Little fungus on the tree. But the avocados, once they start to grow, they're very, very large. And then that's a mango tree there. This is a mamey, I think it is. But this tree is actually on my neighbor's property. So here's a second driveway. See the mango tree is starting to bloom, and all the flower first you'll have a flower, and where the flowers will be where the mango grows. But so now all the flowers have dropped. So I got all this residue on the bottom. This was an old gate that was in this opening. I cut it out because it was very flimsy and the track system wasn't properly installed. So I'm going to be putting a new gate. And so this is the driveway up to the property. Here's our street, and you can tell how much traffic goes up and down this street. That's what we like about it. Maybe in the morning and in the afternoon when people are going to work. And the dirt that I'm removing from that hillside, I'm putting down here so that I can raise the level and reduce the slope. So I'm going to be replacing the fence, and it's a lot of work. But let's walk down here. This is the trail that goes down to the rest of the property. And actually the house sits at the top of the property. And this trail, which is normally maintained by a friend of ours who has a tractor. His tractor broke down, so he hasn't been able to come out for about 3 weeks. But we're gonna walk it, and just to give you an idea on what the property looks like. It's really beautiful to walk. There's two little paths. This path that it wraps around. It's probably about a quarter acre loop that takes us back up to where the original house was. So when it's cut down, it's a nice nature walk or a good path to run. It's wide enough for a vehicle, but we don't drive through here. Our Jeeps are a little too big to come through this, but the views are great. We Walking through here is shaded in most places. And that dog right there, that's Mocha, short for Jamocha almond fudge, which is one of my wife's favorite ice cream. We rescued her about 1.5 years ago. She was a puppy that was abandoned, and we passed her a couple of times on our way to town. And my wife says if we see her one more time, we're picking her up. And we saw her one more time, and that was it. It's very cool here at this altitude. Along the coast, if it's 90 degrees on the coast, it's 80 degrees here. So that's what's really nice about living up in the mountains. We get a little more rainfall too during the rainy season, but we enjoy it. So where the dog is running down to the right here, the road splits. And if we go this way to the right, it goes down probably another 1,500 feet, maybe a little more, to where it levels out at the bottom. And there's a stream there that we hope to clear the vegetation and create a pool. But that stream actually runs into the river at the bottom of the neighborhood. And this part on the left here takes us up towards the original house, the wooden house. We call it the blue house because that's the color. Whew, that's a climb, but it's worth it. So that's my neighbor's house to our right limit of the property. And it's only him, and then I guess that house there is a family member of his in the distance. And then from that house, there are maybe 2 more properties. And that's it on this road. And in the distance there you can see the river where our stream actually runs into. To the left here in the distance is the town of Las Marias. Try to zoom in a little bit. You can see one of the schoolhouses there in the distance. It's unique because the whole front of the school, the face, is the Puerto Rican flag. And actually, March 14th and 15th is Festival de China. It's the orange festival for the town because the town is known for its orange crop. And this royal palm is our leftmost limit of our property. So as we turn around, the road continues. We came up this hill, and the road continues up towards the original home. But where I'm standing now in this area is where my wife normally would set up her tent to hang out for a night or two and have some solitude with the view in the distance, which she really enjoys. And this area here is probably 75 by 30. We're thinking about cutting into this hill a little bit and putting maybe a gazebo here, or maybe a couple of platforms for camping for visitors that might want to come and camp out on the property. But it's really nice this walk because you have a lot of shade. So even on hot days, I had to come here with the string trimmer and cut this down. But even on hot days, you can come out here and really get a nice walk. That's the house. So the original house, like I said, we're going to be taking down, but there's probably 100 by 50 foot square, 100 by 50 foot area once I take the house down to build a smaller 1-bedroom home. We could probably get that done very affordably and recycle most of the material from this house to build maybe lean-tos or platforms for campers on the property. Has its own entrance here, so that's the third entrance, or the original entrance right there, and it goes up the road. And beyond that royal palm is the left limit of the property, or the frontage, the left limit of the road frontage of the property. And I think it's probably about maybe 300 foot of road frontage, but then it goes down towards the river, 16 acres. I think the homes themselves sits on probably 1 acre or less, and that's the roof of the orange house. All this vegetation is going to be cut out and cleared when the house is taken down. I have hopefully we can have someone come and do that in the next couple of months, and then clear the land for the next project. So instead of walking the trail back, I'm going to take the road. So as I was saying, this royal palm here is the left corner of the property along the road. And from there down to the blue house is where we want to build our next structure. Here the main crops now are plantains, platanos, and oranges and coffee. Yeah, so it's a lot of projects, but I enjoy a project. And this is our main driveway to the house. I have a lot of plantings and hedges that we're going to put along the driveway here. But other than the roosters and the occasional barking dogs, is relatively quiet. And our view runs from Lares, the town of Lares, Atillo, Heredia, Isabela, Aguadilla, Aguada, Rincon, and Mayaguez. All the way around. During the 4th of July, you can see the fireworks displays from all those towns, which is really cool. And stargazing, I have a telescope, but stargazing here is incredible. So that's our quick tour. If I sound like Darth Vader, please understand it's hilly. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching Heart and Soul PR videos. If you want to see more videos and more content, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, by all means leave a comment. I'd love to answer those questions as I can. So until then, I'm Jimmy Borges with Heart and Soul PR. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day. Bye.